Is back. The chair calls upon the gentleman from West Virginia, Mr. McKinley, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I thought you were going to go the other side. Quickly with this, if I could get into it, 51 years ago, I picked up a lunch pail and went out on my first construction job. It's been something that it means a lot to me as a construction industry, and I've spent, again, 51 years in it. And now in Washington, I'm the chairman of the Construction Trades Council caucus, that trying to make sure that all our members understand the construction trades and what the impact of our construction industry has on the economy of this country. Curiously, we only have about 12 or 15 members in Congress that have ever performed construction work. So you can imagine the educational process that we have to go through when people are concerned about part-time jobs. That's what we've done for 51 years, is understanding that. But my question in part is, maybe it's almost an opening statement of sorts, is I'm frustrated for us in West Virginia because the last 8 years we've seen our coal industry collapse. So we tried to switch over to natural gas and be able to exercise what we use in the Utica and Marcellus, but we can't get permits to build our pipeline. So my question back, I guess, maybe it would be to you, Mr. O'Sullivan, with laborers. Are you seeing a slowdown around the country of the ability to build pipelines and put our people to work?
Congressman, we are seeing a slowdown in the permitting process, and I hate to keep going back to that, but shovel-ready projects are only shovel-ready if there's a reasonable review process. And again, we're for comprehensive process, but there has to be a beginning and an end. West Virginia particularly, and I'm a proud member of Labor's Local 1353 in Charleston, West Virginia, and worked in the state for a number of years. And appreciate your support all the years as well. What we're seeing in West Virginia, my local particularly, with what's happened to coal in the state, we've lost half our members. In many instances, natural gas pipelines have really helped our members out in the state. To be honest, we would have lost more than half our members if it wasn't because of that.
We have apparently, if we can tap into properly the Marcellus and Utica and West Virginia, we can produce 50% of all the natural gas in America using that. However, we just can't get the permits to get that pipeline, to get those pipes. Yeah, of course they're building some, but not at the speed that we need to help out. And so it's coming down to unelected bureaucrats and delays and tactics, or are we just putting people to work? If we can't mine coal for 8 years, we've seen the employment situation occur in West Virginia, well, actually across the country, this anti-coal fervor that the Obama administration put in place. 83,000 coal miners lost their job. 246 power plants closed down. 400 coal mines closed. So we turn with hope that we can use the natural gas and build the pipelines so that we can put our people to work and find a new way to a different economy, but we're stymied. And I don't want to see that happen to the Dakotas or elsewhere where people are trying to find jobs, just jobs, it comes down to it. So what advice would you give us? Maybe I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's Mahmoud.
Mahmoud,
Yes,
what would be the best thing that we could do here in Congress to try to get the regulatory bodies to be more responsive so that the people that want to work are building trades and elsewhere? What could we do to eliminate some of those barriers? The process is there, but what else do we need to do?
Yeah, I think it all boils down to predictability. Predictability in the process, and as long as it's fair across all industries, and for our industry on the energy side, we need predictable regulations that we can rely upon when we make these multi-billion-dollar decisions. And we need finality. So what happened on the DAPL project is very devastating to a company like ours when we're investing nearly $4 billion all of a sudden just to be halted by a political intervention.
Well, I could, but we talked to, I guess it was Barton, someone brought up a NEPA process, and we saw that process abused in the last 8 years. They were trying to export coal from Bellingham